Hello and welcome to a new series that I'm dubbing History of American Trains, a series where I take an in-depth look at some of America's most popular engine designs / locomotives. Today, we will be taking a look at the EMD F-7, but first, a brief history of railroads before 1940. Around 1934, steam engines were nearing their peak. However, with planes and cars becoming more and more popular, the railroads had to make their passenger trains look more futuristic. The New York Central, for example, had streamlined 13 Hudsons for their elegant 20th Century Limited and Empire State Express. The Milwaukee Road also streamlined 6 engines for their Hiawatha Express trains. Even with the streamlined engines, railroads were still looking for an alternative for steam engines. Finally, in 1938, Electromotive Corporation, later EMD, built 6 EA diesel engines. 3 railroads tried these out with successful results. After a few variations, EMD built 555 FT locomotives, which proved to be popular with railroads. Afterwards, EMD built the F2, F3, FP7, F9, and the F7. The F-7 was the most successful version of the F-series. Debuting in the late 1940s, 50 railroads purchased new A units. The F-7s ran on a 2-stroke V16 diesel engine, outputting 1,500 horsepower on a B-B reel arrangement. Its length is 50 feet 8 inches with a width of 10 feet 7 inches, and it is 15 feet tall. It weighs 247,300 pounds and is only capable of 65 miles an hour. A large number of units had a Leslie A200 air horn. Here are some samples. Railroads that had not yet fully dieselized did so after purchasing these engines based on their reliability and easy maintenance. F-7s were used on almost all major freight railroads in North America. It was very common to see 2 F-7s paired with 2 B units on a long freight train. While the majority of F-7s were used on freight trains, some were used on passenger railroads such as Amtrak, Via, Southern Pacific, Union Pacific, and of course, Santa Fe. The F-7 has also been seen in some movies. Like with any locomotive, the F-7s have had a fair share of accidents. This unusual one happened on January 25, 1948. The locomotive was uncoupled from a passenger train at 8:45 a.m. when the engine plowed through the station platform and through the side wall. No one was injured in the crash, and the cause of the accident is unknown. On a lighter note, the F-7s were still going strong, even in the 1960s. Railroads liked that they could add an extra 1,500 horsepower by simply adding a B unit. However, the locomotive was not very popular with yard crews due to the fact that in switching service, they were very difficult to get in and out of. This made coupling a train very tedious. It was nearly impossible for the engineer to see hand signals from the ground crew without leaning outside of the side window. Since most units didn't have radios, this was a major downside. This was fixed when engines like the GP7 were built as standalone switchers. In total, EMD built around 2,393 F-7s, more than all other F units combined. The Southern Pacific had the largest fleet of F-7s with 530 of them. However, by the 1980s, most F-7s were starting to show their age, with some being over 30 years old. The replacement process began with more modern freight engines like the SD40-2 and the GP30 taking the F-7's place. Some F-7s managed to escape being scrapped and were either preserved or still run today on business/short lines. Norfolk Southern bought engine number 937 from the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad and was renumbered to 4270, rebuilt into an F9 PH, and repainted for their business train. CSX restored Chesapeake and Ohio number 8016 to its former Clinchfield 800 scheme, where it now resides at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. The F-7's legacy is something only a few engines can match with its reliability, easy maintenance, and sleek look. It will always be remembered as one of America's greatest engines. Thank you for watching. Special thanks to all the following people and sources for information on this engine. Next episode will be about the GG1. Stay tuned.